Hi guys, my name is Zachary Lerning and this is my oral presentation. I chose the Netherlands because it's simultaneously one of the most prosperous countries in the world, yet it is incredibly vulnerable to flooding. So I wanted to know how they deal with that dilemma and come out stronger. In this presentation, I'll discuss a number of features of the Netherlands emergency management, including the history of emergency management in the country, their implementation pattern, participants, future obstacles, and notable disaster incidents. Here's a picture of me. So the history of Dutch flood management dates back over 1,000 years. Up until the 14th century, floods consistently claimed thousands of victims. In response, the Dutch began to build dikes, sluices, and other flood structures and organized groups of affected farmers to care for their portion of the dike. Pictured here is the Plump Tower, which is the only remnant of a village that was wiped out by a flood. The implementation pattern that applies to Dutch emergency management is very much bottom-up in nature. Although water control is technically organized under central government, water boards, which resemble the organized farmers from century ago and are democratically elected, they act independently from the government. So each water board manages flood control in its respective region. Although the Netherlands has planned for multiple types of disasters, the primary disaster they are prone to and plan for 99% of the time is storms/floods. This is because two-thirds of the country is vulnerable to flooding, and over half of it lies below sea level. The government is the primary participant in and controller of disaster management in the Netherlands. However, as flooding increases in frequency and intensity, citizens might have to take a more personal responsibility in protecting their own lives and property. Currently, however, citizens view disaster management as primarily the government's responsibility, so that might become a problem in the future. In the future, the biggest obstacle the Netherlands will face in regards to effective disaster management is climate change and global warming. Because some predict the sea levels will rise in response to climate change, the Netherlands will have to significantly upgrade their flood management infrastructure. In short, climate change and global warming will make disaster management much more complicated. Now, the disaster that did the most to shape modern Dutch emergency management was the 1953 North Sea flood, which struck on January 31st, 1953, and killed 1,800 people in the Netherlands alone. In response, the Dutch created the incredibly ambitious DeltaWorks flood system, which is considered one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. So that's it for my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned a little bit about the Dutch emergency management system and why it is the way that it is. Thanks.